Are you ready to be nice?
No!
Okay, we're gonna sit out here until you're ready to be. Can you use your inside voice?
No!
We don't need to yell. Hey, no. Hands.
Parent in the house. Let's speak. Let's speak. Come, you guys. Let me know. Do you do gentle parenting or you whip your kids' ass? Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video we want to talk about gentle parenting. So there's a video of two moms who are out here asking the internet for help on how they are going to navigate their kids. So the first mom have her kids literally having a tantrum, crying, throwing things, putting her hands on her, and this mom just sat there, record the whole scenario and was talking about how not every kid deserve gentle parenting. I was asking people on the internet what they think she should have done in the case where a child will not calm down and see reasons with her why she should not put her hands on her or scream or throw tantrum. Why? There's the second mom is another mom who said her kids, I think one is 7 and the other one is 5 years old, who literally physically put their hands on her, like punching, doing all sorts of, leaving her with black and blue just because she's a mom. And she came on to talk about how she doesn't believe in putting hands on kids, but she really don't know what to do with her kids because literally her kids don't even, she feels like her kid don't love her even though she literally lived her entire life for her kids. And this has struck a very amazing conversation on gentle parenting and why this age of parenting is almost like gentle. They want to talk emotions with these kids. They want to process the kids' emotion. And for me, let me say that is valid because I feel like a lot of us millennials as kids, our emotion was never considered. We're just being asked to do things. We never process a lot of things, and that has made a lot of us terrible adults now. So when we see some people try to go on that route where they want to understand their kid, makes their kid understand their emotions and why they're angry and how to navigate anger, I feel like that's a good thing. But I feel like in everything there needs to be balance. Anyway guys, let's go check out these two videos that has gotten the internet talking and then people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Are you ready to be nice?
No!
Okay, we're gonna sit out here until you're ready to be nice. Hands are not for hitting. When you're ready to use your inside voice, you can talk to me. Laura Lane. Hey. Can you use your inside voice?
No!
We don't need to yell. Hey, no. Hands are not for hitting. We don't throw stuff. Let's be nice.
I want to go inside.
Well, we can go inside when you're ready to be nice. Hands are not for hitting. I don't like that. That hurts. You need to keep your hands to yourself and be nice. No, we are in timeout until you're ready to be nice. Are you ready to be nice?
No.
Okay, well then we're going to stay out here until you're ready.
I'm going to talk about something that we don't talk about enough. And I don't want to hear any judgment from moms. Because I'm a kind, gentle person. And I never even talked back to my mom growing up. And if I ever did, oh my gosh. My kids beat me up. They beat me up. My 7 and my 5-year-old beat me. Today I was kicked in the chest, slapped in the face, and punched in the jaw for trying to get pants on a kid to go to school. The issue is there was no discipline we're allowed to give back. I've tried timeouts. I've tried taking things away. I've tried removing all the screens from the house. I've tried taking away privileges. I've tried taking away extracurriculars. I've tried reasoning with them. I've tried putting in their rooms and taking everything out. I have tried reward systems. I have tried just telling them how much it hurts mommy's heart. but I'm still getting beaten every day, and not a little bit. Bruises on my back, punches in the face, slapped across the face, kicked in the mouth, head-butted, bit. For something as simple as, hey guys, get your clothes on, we gotta get ready for school. My kids have more than I ever dreamed of as a child. They have more love than I ever received as a child. They're still allowed to sleep in bed with mom. They have more toys than I could have ever dreamed of. They have loving parents that get along. We co-parent well. We do everything right. I try to make sure they get book fare, they get special lunches, they get pizza days, they get everything. I try, and I'm a single mom, and I have no money, and I'm doing everything. Everything is for my kids. I haven't bought something new for myself. 5 years since I got divorced. Everything mine is either out of my dad's storage locker ice or thrift stores if I'm lucky. Because if I ever have extra money, it's food or whatever they need for school. And I'm getting punched in the face for asking them to get dressed. I never laid a hand on my mom because I knew what would have happened if I did. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only mom dealing with this. It's been 4 years of me every morning dreading this moment of trying to get my kids ready for the bus because I know I'm gonna be told I'm dumb, I'm a loser, they're gonna beat me up, they're gonna hate me, and I'm so tired of dealing with it. When we were little, we got up, we got ready. What happened? What happened? I'm so tired, I just don't know what to do. God, whatever suggestion you give me, I've tried it. I've tried it. I know I don't do the other thing because one, that's awful, and two, you're not allowed to do anything like that. And I don't condone it. But I don't know how to get my kids to stop punching me in the face and beating me. So if you have any suggestions, I'll be here crying on my bathroom floor wondering why my kids hate me. Because that's how I feel.
I'm a firm believer that gentle parenting is for gentle children. If your child is not responding well to your parenting style, it's okay to change it. I haven't been on TikTok in a while, but I saw a video of a mom that was on here crying, saying that her kids beat her up. Her 5 and 7-year-old basically assault her. They punch her, kick her, headbutt her, bite her. And let me tell you something. I don't support hitting children. I don't spank my children. I don't hit my children. Ever. I always try to gentle parent them, explain things to them. I go through all the emotions, all the things. But if you put your hands on me, if you slap me in my face, the gentle shit is over. You're going to have a really, really bad day if you decide that you want to put your hands on me. I remember one time when my son was little, I was putting him in his car seat and I wouldn't give him his toy until he was fully buckled in. And the way he looked at me was like he wanted to kick me in my face. And I looked at him, I said, go ahead. Go ahead. Because the way that you're about to get dragged out that car seat, if you decide you want to kick me, my kids had to learn at a really young age to control their anger, not only towards me, but towards other children and especially towards each other. Better get control over those kids now because once they're teenagers, it's going to be a lot harder.
Hands are not for hitting.
I'm sorry, was your child about to WWE throw you into a chair? What the On this topic, research actually does suggest that kids today are worse behaved than in previous generations.
Oh.
Some of that might be that you let your children hit you with force and hit you with chairs. And I want to make this clear. I am not a supporter of corporal punishment. If you feel the need to hit a child to express your own authority, you're up. However, I also feel like there has to be a middle ground between hitting your child and saying, hands aren't for hitting, as they're actively hitting you and you're doing nothing to stop it. Like, at the very least, wouldn't you, contain them, grab them, to stop them from continuing to hit you? She hit you with a chair, and all you said was, we don't do that? What message does that reinforce to children? I was spanked maybe once or twice, but my mom had rules, she had boundaries, and she enforced those rules and boundaries. She didn't need to hit me for me to respect her, but she made sure I respected her. I think parents need to get back into that.
This is why they say gentle parenting is only for gentle kids. Reading the caption, I don't care what y'all say, gentle parenting does not work for these new generations. I tried, now we are getting the spankings out. If this is what everybody thinks gentle parenting is, it explains why these kids are bad as shit and why teachers are quitting in droves. Because who is trying to deal with WWE moments in the classroom? It's one thing to let a child cry and vent their frustrations. They actually say that's good for helping them learn to self-regulate their emotions. However, letting them express their anger physically like this is a big no-no, because what happens if she hurts somebody else's child the next time? This is giving more so permissive parenting, because even though she's not giving in to what her daughter wants, the mom really isn't giving her daughter clear instructions on how to correct her bad behavior. She's more so just talking softly to the wind, to the camera, not really to the child. She's more so talking at the child. So instead of calming down, her temper tantrum escalated, which of course resulted in Angie handling it the old school way off camera. Let me know what y'all think down below. Do you believe this example was giving more so permissive or gentle parenting, and what would you have done in this situation if you were the mom?
Slapped across the face, kicked in the mouth, head butted, bit.
Well, you know, there's always. That'll work. You know? Oh, good old fashioned. You know?
Okay.
Always a good fashion.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you could always, you know, just,
Huh?
you feel me? You always could, you know? Now, last week when I made a video when I said that, you know, you got to find balance, and there's always a good place for a good ass whipping when it comes to these kids, right? And I had people like, what's his name? Unfathomable Black Man, dude with the dreads that always talking to kids and shit like that. And he was teaming up with Drinkable Brian to even talk shit about me and how I'm parenting my kids, right? But here you have a mother crying because she over there getting her ass whipped by the boss baby and company. Now, you know, my kids might get to be 18 and lack just a little bit of emotional intelligence, but I ain't never had my kids put their hands on me. That's for number one. And I say, now I'm sure they're going to say there's a deeper meaning and, you know, blah, 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 and maybe this and maybe that. It's like, bro, sometimes kids are just kids. It ain't always a deeper meaning to some shit. And I would much rather my child be scared of me than even think about even biting, headbutting, or putting their hands on me. But hey, but y'all told me kids don't need a little healthy fear in their life from their parents. And it sounds like she's done all the gentle parenting, tried every avenue that y'all tell us to get on here and preach, but she only missing one thing. And again, before y'all put it on, I never said just sit there and unleash the wrath of the gods on your children like our parents did us. I said find a healthy balance, but the option needs to be there. But hey, what do I know? I ain't got no degrees or nothing like that, you know. I'm just operating on common sense. I mean, maybe the problem with her kids is they got a little bit too much emotional intelligence, you know? Maybe they got a little bit too much decision making over there. Maybe sometimes your kids need to shut the up, get their ass licked, and then go be quiet in the corner and think about the things that they just did. Because, man, boo-hoo crying, sobbing on the internet because you getting your ass whipped by Tommy Pickle is could never be me.
Are you ready to be nice?
No!
Okay, we're gonna sit out here until you're ready to be.
Okay, a lot to say here. So if you're curious about gentle parenting and what gentle parenting is and isn't, then please watch this video. So this video for me comes from being a parent, of course. I have 4 kids. I've made many mistakes as a parent, but I do pride myself that I do gentle parent, and my wife and I are very conscientious. But this is also coming from a very trauma-informed background. So I'm an inner healing coach. I've helped hundreds of adults heal their childhood wounds, and a lot of those wounds came from what was shown in this video, and I'm going to explain why. So in the video, the little girl is having a complete meltdown. An absolute mind-bending meltdown because her nervous system is absolutely shot right now. Because she doesn't have cognitive reasoning. Because her prefrontal cortex is not fully developed, so she doesn't have logic. She doesn't understand what her mom even means by, are you ready to be nice? No, she's not ready to be nice because she's beside herself. Her system is in meltdown. And what she gets instead of gentle parenting is neglectful, dismissive parenting. She has a mom whose back is turned to her, whose focus and energy is actually on the phone, which is then over the shoulder facing the kid. The kid can watch herself have this meltdown, which is embarrassing, puts the kid on the spotlight. And then the kid's totally reminded are you ready to be nice? Are you ready to be nice? What you want isn't important until you're ready to be nice. But the kid doesn't understand what that means. It's like buying a car and expecting it to drive, lifting the hood and seeing there's no engine in it, but still expecting it to drive. You're expecting this kid to have logic and reasoning and rationale when she can't. She's probably 3.5, 3, 4, right? So her system is offline right now. What she needs is a parent that can attune to her, a parent that's willing to put down the camera and look at her face to face, eye to eye. And when the kid goes to swing and hit, grab the hand and say, I won't let you hit me. Seems like you're having a really hard time. I love you. What can I do for you right now? Let's sit and talk, honey. Instead, it's just this repeated command of, are you ready to be nice? And hands aren't for hitting. So it's very confused messaging for the kid. Now, what does this cause in a child as they grow up? This shows the kid that, for one, her feelings aren't valid. This is, unfortunately, a perfect example of a kid's feelings not being validated, a kid's experience not being acknowledged. And so what's going to show her is that she needs to be a really nice little girl to get things that she wants. She's going to have to be compliant. She's going to have to lose her authenticity. And then it's also going to show that her needs don't matter. Because as silly as it might have been, whatever caused this meltdown, that was a need of hers. Maybe she wanted that ice cream cone. Maybe she wanted to stay outside 5 minutes longer. I mean, whatever the context of it, it doesn't really matter because, again, she's 3.5, 4 years old. Whatever she wanted was the world's most important thing to her. And then it was not allowed or it was taken away, right? So she's shown that older people bigger than her are more powerful than her. And then from her perspective, this little child, she's looking at this person who she loves and trusts, who she wants only to have her see her. All she needs is that closeness, but she's not getting it. So right now, her needs for emotional safety, even physical safety, aren't happening. And the positive is, of course, the mom didn't hit her, which unfortunately thousands of comments on that video suggested that she do, which in of itself is super disheartening. I thought we were a lot further along in society, but I guess we're not. We still believe that corporal punishment was going to help kids be well-rounded citizens of society. I was shocked at how many people suggested she should be slapped. Shocked. And parts of me are a little naive. I get that. So this isn't gentle parenting. It is neglectful. It is dismissive. Unfortunately, in this video, that child did not get her needs met. She did not get attunement. She did not get affection. She did not get love. She just didn't. What she got was a back turn to her, and what she got was some confusing messaging. And what she got was the feeling of having zero control or autonomy. She probably felt helpless, and she probably felt really powerless. And that anger that you're seeing in her, that's what's coming out. It's not that she's a bad kid. It's that she is so full of anger because she's literally powerless and helpless in that moment. And what a terrifying place to be. And so if that happens repeatedly, if that situation plays out repeatedly, that is going to cause a lot of damage, unfortunately, to the kid. And this is not shade or shame to the parent, right? This is coming from professional experience, lived experience, of how we can actually better care for our children when they're having a really hard time. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Blow up the comments. Tell me how wrong I am. That's okay. And if anything, hopefully it sheds a little light on what gentle parenting isn't. If you want any advice, if you're curious about anything, let me know. I'd love to help you. I'd love to talk with you. And hopefully this creates an interesting dialogue. Much love to you.
Okay. I really hope this really start an amazing conversation here on this channel. So please go ahead down in the comment section and share your thoughts on gentle parenting. And if you are a parent yourself, are you into the gentle parenting or you're on the whip the ass parenting? Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. But please, as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. We're here to talk, okay? No tussling, okay? I don't want anybody to say, oh, child free women, get out of here, don't speak on raising a child, or oh, it's my job. Let's just have conversation, okay? So in the case of gentle parenting, for me, I feel like there's no one way to raise anybody or to have any type of relationship with everybody. I feel like even in our day-to-day life with our friends, family, spouse, and everybody, our relationships kind of is different across. Like I would say for myself, like you can catch me really hot with some group of people. You can catch me really calm, cool, collected with some group of people. So I feel like it's almost the same thing when it comes to raising kids and all that. But before I go on to continue with this, I want to say that I personally, I don't believe in putting your hands on kids. I believe in keep your hands to yourself. Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, keep your damn hands to yourself. I feel like there are more effective way to do that, especially growing up in a household where we're whipped. Oh my God, if it's that one, you want to call it physical abuse, my mother did it. The kind of beat I will get. You see those children, that one that is throwing chair, the one that is hitting the mom, and then the other one, that the woman that is crying that her kids used to beat her. You can't even think of it. It's not even something that should even be on you. To even my mom wants to put her hands on you, and then you're using your hand to block her. Like the beats you will collect. So with that all said, there are always trauma response to why a lot of us millennials we don't want to put our hands on kids. And I will guilty say that I'm one of those people. I don't believe in putting hands on kids. I feel like you can actually like have conversation. Also, like we always talk about here on the channel, two things can be right at the same time. Not all kids deserve not all kids deserve gentle parenting. Some kids are little demons. Just to say, I've seen how some kids can be very, very destructive because they know that their parents will not do anything to them. They go on to be so badly behaved. So I feel like when you as a parent identify things like that and say that, you know what, this kid is getting out of hand, you need to do something. But this is also something that we talked about here on this channel, because a lot of time when a lot of our actions as adults, as parents, as mothers, as sisters, as wives, as husbands and all that comes from our childhood trauma, comes from who we are, how we were raised, what are the things that scars us, what are the things that mold us. And one of the things that is very common is that a lot of people have not gone to unpack a lot of their trauma, which is a reflection of how they navigate life and how they react to things. I get the last creator when the last creator is talking about how the first mother that was telling the little girl that keep your hands to yourself, calm down and all that, how the mom, even though the mom was gentle parenting, the mom was also neglecting the child at the same time. And for me, I feel like a lot of the time when we as millennials or we as young parents and all that talk about how they want to be gentle parent and all that, my own question here is that have you done the work for you to even have a child to even parent? Because a lot of the time, like I would say personally, I know my mom, a lot of the whipping I was getting was coming from a lot of frustration that was going on in her life and how she was raised. And also I feel like that's just spiraled down to a lot of things generally in the relationship between me and her. So when we talk about parenting and having children and all that, this is why here on this channel we always tell people, even though we're like child-free by choice and very happy about it, we always go with the fact that if you know you want to have kids, be very, very intentional about it. Why do you really want to have kids? Why are kids really important to you? Because a lot of the time we get it, especially as women, society has programmed us and make us feel like having a child is unconditional love. Having a child is what's going to make you whole as a woman. And a lot of women get into it and they face this block of, how do I parent my child? Should I be tough on the child? Should I be gentle on the child? And a lot of time, one of the things that I've seen when it comes to this conversation is that we're not saying the men complaining. And this is why when we talk about being a parent or even having a child, you as a woman call the child, ask yourself, are you ready to put in the work to do this, to do everything that it takes to be a child? And there's something we always talk about here on this channel, talking about if you know you've decided to have a child, have it in back of your mind that, are you ready to be a single mom? Because a lot of women, whether married or being a divorce and all that, they are literally raising their kids most of the time by themselves. And I know some people want to tussle, no, my husband, my man helps. Yes, but whether you like it or not, you as a woman, you pour more into the kids than others. And the other lady that the kids were beating her, like I said, it's all trauma. Why won't you check your kids? What did your kids see that make them feel like it's all right for them to put their hands on you? Who is talking around the kids where your own kids that you are raising are calling you dumb? Where are your kids around? Who are they around that your kids, they literally don't feel like you matters at all, even though you are giving them everything you have just to make sure that they are okay. You see what I'm talking about? Trauma. It all boils down to, have you done the work? Because if you've done the work, if you don't do work generally, I feel like you'll be able to navigate emotions, your emotion, and even how you do it. You're not just going to be so consumed with, oh, my mom whipped me, so I don't want to whip my child. So, no, you will have your own tangible reason, your own logical reason on why this is the path you want to take. And like we always talk about here, as always, not everybody, not because you can have a child, that does not mean you should have a child. If you have not done the work, if you have not done the work of where you know yourself, you know who you are, what you are, and what you want to do with your life, and be very intentional of your life, please don't have kids, because you end up bringing more people, more little human beings that are not well raised, and we just live in the same cycle of terrible human beings living in this terrible world. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you there because I know some people are going to come tussling in the comment section and say, oh, Destiny, you don't have a child, so why are you speaking on gentle parenting? Because I can. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation. And let me know down in the comment section, are you a parent? Do you do gentle parenting, or you whip your kids? For me, I think balance is the key. Anyway, go on and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.